What's up, mother foxes? Welcome back to the old garage. So, alright, today we're going to do some stuff, a lot of stuff, hopefully. Because tomorrow I want to put the engine in the car. There's a lot of things we got to do first, though. First thing is, we got to get the transmission out of the car. And now you're thinking, you're probably like, well, why don't you just put the engine in there while it's in there? We tried to do that while we were putting the engine in. You got to try to put the input shaft in, and it was a pain in the ass. So we're going to pull the transmission out of the car, get everything put on the engine, and stick it in. We like it better that way. Sticking it in. Anyway, then we got to get the rack on. We got to put the bump steer on, which doesn't take very long. Then we got to get the rack into the car. Then I got to turn my attention toward the transmission, getting it cleaned off and everything, because it is oily from that other engine leaking. And then I got to turn my attention toward the engine and get the headers on, the motor mounts on, the intake on, the water pump on, the harmonic balancer on, and then get the plate put on for the engine hoist. So, and then it'll be everything will be ready to get it stabbed in there. So, but first thing first, I gotta get the car up on. Well, first we gotta get the front wheels on. Well, we might be putting the rack on because the wheels are off. We'll do that first. Then we'll have to get the wheels back on, get this car up on my wheel crates so we can get under there and pull the transmission out. So a lot of work today. You won't see in this video the engine going in, because all that stuff that I got to do will be hopefully in this video. But I do got the stuff I need for the car. Let me show you. There we go. Intake gaskets right here. I wish you could just get these two. You can, but you got to order it, and I would have had to have waited. So they have this in stock, and it comes with another plenum gasket. We got about, I don't know, 5 of these laying around that we haven't even used because we kept needing these. This is my clutch cable, and this is the clutch. All right. Yes, look what happened. But everything's good. We looked in there. Everything's fine. This is, was it Proline News told me about this a while ago. This is a King Cobra clutch. Really good clutch. Very, very inexpensive. He said he's got it on his turbo car and works great. So it was $144 on Amazon. So there you go. And it holds a lot of horsepower and torque. So this is my Steeda clutch cable. Well, a little story about that. Black Sunshine has a Maximum Motorsports clutch, which those are awesome. Well, it looks like everybody found that out because even Maximum Motorsports is sold out of them. So I went and bought a Steeda. Justin said his was good, so we'll see what happens when we put that in. That one's double adjust. It's actually just split the fork and the firewall. Maximum Motorsports, it's only adjustable at the firewall. So, but it's a longer cable. It's like butter, man. It's almost like having a hydraulic clutch, man. So hopefully this one's pretty good. But yeah, there's the stuff. You guys, you've seen us putting this on there now. When I bought this thing, it had these bushings in there. I don't really know what the hell these are. These things are weird. It doesn't even fit the sleeves that are down here. So I'm not too certain what the hell these things are. That's weird. I've never seen them like that. The ones that come out of the old one, and this is what I'm used to seeing, are these, you know, they go in one side and the other. So yeah, these things that was strange, but whatever. I mean, it is new. We compared the two to make sure we didn't get like some weird, you know, slightly different one. But yeah, I was like, I don't know what those are, but I did get new bushings, and I got some good Prothane ones, and of course, with these, because Prothane makes some good stuff, man. And of course I went with a Hor Red. There's black ones and there's red ones. It didn't really say the differences. I think they might say these may be track bushings, just like, you know, the control arm bushings when I put on the tubular ones on my other car from UPR. The red ones are from like road racing and stuff and drag racing, and then the black ones are the ones for, you know, street strip. So, but I don't care. I wanted whore bushings. And they were, dude, 18 bucks. Amazon, so 20 bucks. And oh yeah, I didn't point this out. I did have to get another oil pressure tube, and I got the sensor, and this is the little sensor. If you guys don't know, there's that big fat sensor, and then there's this little one. I like the little one better. They both work. They both plug in kind of the same. I mean, they do. This one's got like a nut on it, but you just take that nut off and just push that thing on it. But I like these because they're lower profile, not these fat ugly things sticking underneath the hood there. And Black Sunshine's got one, works fine. So, but I gotta make sure that wire's hooked up to that wiring harness over there, because I don't know what these hillbillies did, man. So all right, let's get to work, man. I gotta clean those things off, and then we'll get this thing up and on there.
Yeah,
if you see this thing here, it's either the tapered side, and then you got this shaft side. Well, the tapered side goes in like that, and you got this shaft side. Now we got to figure out what the shims are that makes this arm level, as level as it can get. So we just got to figure that out, and they give you a whole bunch of shims.
Well, we tighten this down first, because you got a big gap underneath here.
And these are Steedas. These are Steedas. This is their version of it, but I get their stuff because it's built in America, and it's good. They got a great reputation.
Oh, your size that.
Because that's about as...
Yeah, well, you got to figure the wheels down.
Yeah. We may have to redo this with the wheels on.
Yeah. Might have to.
I don't remember how we did it the last time.
I don't either. I think we did do it with the wheels on.
All right, well, we got this on. These wheels are deep. didn't really think about that, but I did get this on. It is kind of going down. I got all the shims on there, every single one of them, and it still had half the threads left on there. So this is pretty much as straight as it's going to get. It is angled down a little bit, but once the engine goes in, it'll go straight. It might even go up, who knows? So we'll figure that out later. But this side, we just got to tighten it up, but he's having a little issue over there. He didn't know what straight was. So,
I didn't know what straight was.
well, it was.
I knew what straight was. The wheel didn't know what straight was.
That side was making a left turn, so.
Hard left.
But he's getting that up there. Just like I said, just gotta tighten this up. And all right, we got this out, and it's pretty damn clean, man. I don't have to do really anything to it. I mean, if it was a lot dirtier than that, this is just dust. So the only thing that was nasty was the cross member. So I'm gonna have to clean all that in the exhaust holder. So yeah, I'll have to clean this off. Looks like a rather new cross member, because you can tell by the insert, the sleeves in there. And this thing, I don't know.
Brand new one on this.
Yeah, this thing, I don't know. It's got cracks in the freaking rubber, man. But well, I'll worry about that later. But yeah. So we're moving right along here. Got this out. Of course, got the rack in, and we're just bending the. Let me show you. This is pretty funny. Right there. We seen a while ago. We couldn't even get to the bolt because it was so smashed up. We have no idea why these hillbillies did this, but they did.
And this one's a little bit smashed, but not too bad.
And remember, we put the subframe connectors on this horrible subframe. So it's on there. They actually added some plates to it. They don't tell you to do that back there, but we did because it was abused. So, well, you just pop that right there. You just ripped it. Get the welder out. All right, when you get your water pump from a parts store, this plate is obviously on there. It already has a gasket. This is what causes a lot of people's headaches with these things leaking. So, I'm not saying these gaskets are bad. I'm just saying if you crush them, you should probably replace them. And we already crushed it when we put this on the other engine. So, it looks like it's good, but up here where the two screws go in, I was like, they're kind of crushed. So, I had one laying around, guys. So, we're gonna go and put a new one on there, and then we're gonna get the pump on. So, yeah, just a little thought I had. I know a lot of people have they have this leak coming from their water pump, and they're wondering what the hell's going on, and it could be coming out the bottom here because this gasket is bad. So, just so you know. All right, water pump on, harmonic balancer on. I didn't show that because, yeah, it's not the proper way of doing it, but it's on there. We gotta get this intake taken care of, and I gotta go get the motor mounts, and we got, I think that's, the headers are sitting right there. Those are Chinese. I got for $100 from somebody. They work fine. It's just at the right here, you gotta kind of take a punch and punch those in. Otherwise, it's hard to get the bolts to turn. But yeah, if you buy the BBKs, they're usually fine. But these Chinese ones that are like them, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Like I said, you just gotta punch those in a couple of spots, and then they turn no problem. So. Everybody tells me not to use these things. They say they leak, but I don't know. I've put them on a couple of times and they've never leaked. They're on the other car and they don't leak. So, alright, well, let's go this route, I guess. I just don't like this route because it's messy if you make a mistake. But here we go. Let me get a grip on this thing. Get the hole here, right? All right, drama ensued. Let me explain this. So, I went to turn this. Dude, I wasn't even torquing. I was just gonna get it snug, then start torquing all the bolts. But before I can even get it snug, it got snug and then just turned. But I'm like, what the hell? So I took the intake back off, which is nice when you already lay a bead of RTV. And we started looking around, and the hole was a little weird. I mean, there was a burr on there that I had to take a file to. So we looked down in it. It looks like somebody took a drill bit and hit the side of the threads and knocked them out of there. But the bolt won't go all the way down to where the good threads are. So I bought a longer bolt. Let's see if that helps. I don't know. The right thing to do would be drill it out and put a Healy coil in there, but I don't know. Everything's done. All his bolts are torqued. We just got to put this one in. All right. The other problem we had was the engine mount bolts. Yeah. So our engine mount bag had these in it, which look like bell housing bolts. So I don't know. Then I guess these were supposed to be the motor mount bolts. And there's another one around here too. It's, yeah, look at this. It's just hillbilly shit, you know? So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna screw around with frickin', you know, motor mounts. So I went and got some grade 8 bolts and some lock washers and washers so we could properly put the motor mounts on the damn thing. And yeah, so we'll get those on, we'll get the headers on, and hopefully that works out. Don't know. Could screw this up too, I don't know. But I don't know. That doesn't look promising. Update. Yeah, that didn't work. So took it back off, cleaned everything, and all the RTV cleaned up. Of course, the first time I do it with RTV, this has got to happen. And I would directly blame me using RTV for this problem to arise. I'm blaming in that. I'm not blaming me. I did everything I was supposed to do. Anyway, yeah, you can't see down there, but yeah. So I guess I'm gonna go see if I can't find a Healy coil kit, but not today. It's late. So I'm going to continue on and put the motor mounts on.
Right, those are the spec, just like that. Much as Funky can muster on that. There's one side. We'll go get the other side. Is this exciting to you? I don't know if it is or not. But these are red too. So we got whore mounts. Whore mount? Mountain of whore? Huh? Oh, hey. I thought I'd give you an idea of what it's like mounting a whore from the other side. Perverts. This is called a power mount.
Alright, motherfoxers. Things continue not to go right for me, so got the motor mounts on. That's good, you know. So about ready to bolt the headers up, and I'm like, where's the gaskets? The ones that came off it, I don't know where they're at, and we can use them. If I found another set of them around here that were used, I'd put them on, but I don't know, man. Maybe I'll get a set of them copper ones I got at Jegs for my other car that really sealed them up. Those things work great. Forgot about that, so can't put the headers on. But we can put them in the car. Ain't a big deal. Put them on in the car. It's almost ready. We got a lot done today, so I mean, come on. We got the freaking rack in. Can you see it? Yeah, it's all in. Brand new rack in there. Of course, you know, things not tightened down or anything like that, but we got the transmission out. Here we go. There it is. Hell yeah. That, I thought we were going to have issues with that because, you know, stuff like that usually do. That went very smoothly. Very smooth, except for a couple of stubborn bolts in the pinion there. But, oh, and by the way, I did the little trick of what gears are in your car. We had to jack it up, you know, to turn the pinion to get the last bolt. I said, wait a minute. I said, look under there and tell me how many times that thing turns around. I'll turn the wheel once. So if you want to know what kind of gears are in your car, you get the ass end jacked up and you have somebody watch the pin, or you can do it. I mean, it's not safe to kind of put the ass end in the air unless it's on jack stands. We got it on jack. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just babbling. But anyway, you look and you see, you mark your tire and you want to go one full revolution. And however many times your pinion turns is what your gears are. So this one went 2 3/4 turns. So I got, what are those stock gears? Those are 275 or 273, possibly 273. So they got just stock gears in here. So if you went 3 1/2, you'd have 355 gears. 3 3/4, you'd have 373 gears. You know, but yeah, one full turn of your wheel, and watch your pinion. See how many times your pinion goes around. So we figured that out. Just wasn't expecting to. I just, hey, wait a minute, you know. But yeah, there's engine mount number 1. There's engine mount number 2. And we got the water pump on, and we got the harmonic balancer on, and we had the intake on until an unfortunate event. So it's not gonna be a big deal to put on. So anyway, guys, I'm just babbling. Sucks. I'm gonna go order some header gaskets. Oh, and a helicoil kit. Let's see who's got one. Later, guys.